Hello guys, welcome to our unit. Today we are working on our new project, which is a Seat Ibiza with a broken cam belt. So, well, I'll show you it now. So this is what we got to work with. 2010 3-pot diesel PD engine, and that's the belt. So our plan is to remove all the bits and pieces as if you were doing a cam belt change, and find out what exactly went wrong. I'm expecting valve damage or lifter damage, and I've also found this piece of metal lying in the under tray that we took off. So yeah, not good really, but today hopefully we can do a bit of stripping.
Yeah, you like that?
Because this is locked in there, and find out what actually happened, because it seems that the belt stripped itself down the middle with that piece of metal there, unless it did jump teeth like it has there, and that was enough to then flick the belt off and snap whatever that's from. Sorry, it's a bit jerky, but so we'll get set up and hopefully show you what's what, when's why. So I've just got the wheel off, and whoever done the wheel bolts up must have thought they were Thor. Should never do them up that tight. But I've noticed brand new discs, brand new pads, fresh copper grease, brand new drop links. This car had loads of work done to it, so I don't understand why they didn't keep their eye on the, or even check the cam belt. You've only got to pull this cover off. Anyway, so got to remove the water bottle, remove the diesel filter. We haven't got to disconnect it, just comes out of its housing. Remove this pipe, a few other bits and pieces, alternator and stuff like that. Then we can get this inner wheel arch out here, because literally behind this gap here is the cam belt covers and everything. So yeah, I will start stripping all this back. Apparently you can leave this plumbed in and just lay it over there, so not sure how true that is, but we'll give it a go anyway. So to get this wheel arch liner out, we've got 10 Torx bolts, various places. Felt pretty self-explanatory. Once this lining's out, it will give us access to a charge pipe, which is down there, that we need to disconnect, and a few other little bits. So I'll get this out and then show you. There you go guys, that's the liner out. It was 12-13 screws, something like that. But always a good idea, if you got one of these, to take them out. Look, got Arthur Stuart Little's farm in here. Sorry about that, you couldn't see it, but that will cause major rust, that would, in the long run. So it's well worth doing it. This is the pipe I was on about. That little Torx one there releases it from the top. We'll undo that. Can't really see there, could you? Sorry. So undo that nut there. This screw off the Jubilee, and then that will release this pipe here, and then that will allow us to swing the diesel filter and the coolant tank out of the way. That one's already undone. They're all self-explanatory. You've just got to have the right size torque bits to do it. I'm not sure what they are because I'm blind, so I'll let you know in the description. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, as I said, but Yeah, if you look at how much stuff fell out of that there, this would just rot if this was left. If you got one of these Ibizas, I'd get and have a look at this, because all that's wet mud, look. But hey ho, we'll crack on. Hopefully get the cam cover off, which is the cam belt cover, which is behind that pulley there. And there's a few bits that I'll explain to you as well when we do it. As those 4 bolts there look like they're in an even pattern, but they're not. The 2 bottom ones are slightly off a skunk, so that when the pulley goes on you don't get it wrong, because that's the actual pulley what's got a timing mark on it as well. So yeah, we'll get it all off and we'll show you. But I'll take all these bits off first, move that coolant tank out the way and that diesel tank, and then you'll be able to see a bit better. So guys, I've put a jack under the engine bay, under the actual sump, nice and level. I've removed this engine mount here. They're all 16mm bolts, and then the retainers for this panel here, what goes on like that, are just 13mm nuts. They're all the same size, so you won't get them mixed up. 1, 2, 3, then the nut sits on top of that, and then that one's just a 16mm nut itself, which goes onto the actual mount there. So what we've got to do now is get this top part of the bracket off, this bit here, and I believe they're 16s, and the access not really clear here. Let me see. Right, yeah, so you see that hole there, inside there, and the other side is where the bolt heads are. So you've got to do all this work, and then we're going to remove the aux belt, maybe the alternator, I'm not sure yet, probably, and hopefully get the rest of this cover off and find out what happened to little Mr. Belty. But yeah, it's I can't find the tripod holder for this. I can find the tripod but not the phone holder, so just gonna have to do it in segments like this, but it all becomes pretty explanatory when you see it. So that is the engine mount out. All 3 bolts again are the same size as the top, and they are also 16mm. You will need a deep socket. That bottom one goes straight into the sump. As you can see now, loads more room. So we should be able to start getting all the bits and pieces off and seeing what's what. If I'll just show you underneath what it looked like. All those brackets what went into there. So basically, engine mount tucks into this corner, one in the up block itself there, and the other one just above. You can see the nuts for the bottom half of the cam belt thingy. There's one here as well. So this aux belt's got to come off, and also this pulley will have to come off. I learnt a little trick years ago from a mechanic that said if you're going to pull these off, don't take the belt off first, just undo them, because this belt keeps this pulley pretty tight. If you take it off and then this wants to turn, especially as the cam belt's already gone, you could do loads of damage. So you could, in theory, still hold it in the middle with a spanner or socket while you undo them, which is the way I'm still going to do it. But leaving the belt on for now gives you a little bit of extra pressure on it so that you don't start turning things you shouldn't be turning. So we'll get on with that bit. This whole process really was only taking me about 30 minutes. If you get a proper look at that now, you'll see that those 4 bolts aren't in line. So Here we go. I will crack on, and I might video this bit, show you what I mean. You need those spline bits for it, so I'm going to do that before I disconnect the alternator and stuff, just to make life a bit more simple. And once all this is off, I'll show you. So guys, that is the tensioner backed off there. Belt is off on the floor. I put a little drill bit in my tensioners to hold them into place. You don't have to, but eventually you're going to have to get, this can't really see, hang on a sec. You're going to have to get bits out the way to get that cover off there. And if you didn't, then if you didn't pin that back, that would roll back and be in the way. So I've unlocked those pulley wheels, like I said, with the little Torx bit, which was this size. I will get all the sizes for you when I can see what I'm looking at. So all those 4 nuts there are now loosened off with the belt on. And well, just to show you while I'm here, how easy they are. So look, they're really loose now. Now if you hadn't have done that with the belt still on, that could be a right git to undo. So just undo them like that, and then literally you can unscrew them by hand. Look. But like I say, when I get this pulley off, I'll show you that these 4 holes aren't in line, or I'm going to make myself look stupid, and they are. They didn't used to be, and it was so you could put this pulley on properly, because it also acts as a balancer as well. Yeah, so let's get these 4 out. And then before you start tugging at this pulley, trying to get it off, you really want to put a bit of WD around all that. And then just leave it for a little bit and just tap it around the edges, not heavy, with a lead hammer or something like that. And yeah, it should come off. So I'll do that now and show you when I take it off. This is the belt, which has been changed. So it's baffling to me why somebody would change this belt and not respect the timing belt, but there you go. It's what it is. Actually, look, that's fairly loose. So that might actually come off. I think we did spray it up, but I can't remember. There you go. See all the rest of that timing belt locked in the bottom there. So this will be fun when we take it off. I bet I reckon this car's going to want valves or at least rockers or something like that. But yeah, little 10 mils, like I said, look, all around that. In fact, I've got one here. No. Yeah, actually, no, I'll get a socket and do it. We'll take that off, but look, you can see how much rubber ripped and locked that pulley up. And all this metal here. So it's not looking favourable for us, but here we go, onwards and upwards. Well, that's the cover off. 4 little nuts, like I said. This was a pig to get off this side, because where that belt smashed up so much, it pushed that out. Look how much belt is in here. I mean, that is ridiculous, isn't it? Look. So, we might be buying a new engine for this car. I hope not, but let's see if we can start getting some of it out. Hello, bits of metal.
No, God!
That didn't sound
No,
good, did it?
God, please,
More
no!
bits of metal.
No! No!
good at all. Bolts. See what's happened now. The oil pump snapped. Look, there's bits of the chain there. So, that is really not good news for us. Can you see that? So, sorry about the things I'm trying to show you. So yeah, that's really not good news. So I'm going to get some of this out. Looks like we'll be pulling this sump off to change this oil pump, and I don't know whether that was the cause of this locking up. That would make sense, but look, we've got all sorts of bits of lumps of metal in this. So, not very good at all. There we go. What can you do? You can't. Let's get the rest of this out. I'll clean it up a bit more, then show you. Bit of a better view for you here, guys. Look how bad this is. Can you see that? Not really. Zoom in there a bit better. Hang on. I'll put the phone in the other hand and show you. So, look at all that bits of chain. That's the oil pump. That is. So something happened. Either wrapped around that, or I don't know what, but it's not good. So I'm going to start taking it. Right guys, look, you can see the chain's completely snapped, but the sprockets on the oil pump part look alright. I think the belt shot a load of teeth, locked up in that bottom where it's quite tight, and then started to shred itself, and there we go, bang. So what we're going to have to do now is take this back part of the cover off, around the cam, just pull those three off, and see where these bits of metal come from, because bits like that, it's not good. I'm hoping it's just part of one of the pulleys. Can't really see, can you? Part of one of the pulleys, and then we can start getting it back together. So the lighting is really bad tonight, I'm so sorry, but there's not a lot I can do really. Hey ho, let's go. Right guys, there's a better angle of it. You can see the chain's off, and it's yeah, completely. Those bits of metal off are here, that casing. So luckily you can change that bit. But that's what's happened. I don't know whether we'll be looking at a new engine or not, because you've got bits of the chain like that. It's one bit of the housing. And yeah, these were where the old cam locks sat in for your timing and that. So that's not good for us either. But yeah, we've got still loads of bits of belt in here that are going to want to come out. So I don't know. I've got a feeling that this might be a new engine, or a replacement engine, because that's not looking good, is it? Not a low. So we'd have to change this piece, we'd have to drop this sump out, which we've got to do anyway to put a new chain on. Never mind, there's not a lot we can do about it. It's completely cracked, all this thingy back part. And I don't know whether that was where they tried to start it again and whatever, but who knows, when they go at motorway speeds, then that's it, isn't it? It's toast. But I don't know, might be repairable, it might not be. Either way, it's got to get done, so be an interesting video for you guys. I think Cabe's going to cry in his pillow, but there's the black part of the chain, what you normally separate them with. Don't be needing that anymore. Oh, that might even be a timing part, but I don't know. Right, I'm going to have a clear up and decide what the hell I'm going to do, because like I say, that's, I think, where the timing tool went in. So it's going to be even hard to just get timing right on this now. Bit of research needed, I think. Onwards and upwards, bye bye. I keep saying that, I don't know why I say that. See ya. Right guys, so you can see in the video that looks like the oil pump chain snapped, or the belt stripped teeth, and it locked the whole chain up, but it snapped anyway. And it snapped all the housing, what holds all the timing lock parts and everything else, which is part of the sump. The sump screws into it. It's not massive, but if it's done valves and whatever, it's probably worth just getting a new engine. So this will be part one. See what happens in part two. Hopefully I don't need an engine. Cheers guys, bye.